and then you turn around and, you know what, after all this time, I guess we can celebrate the abolishment of slavery.
For one day.
For one day.
On the day of. That shit is crazy.
And wasn't it on like Father's Day, something like that? Around Father's Day?
So it's the 19th. So
19th?
Yeah, whenever Father's Day falls, I never know that day. But it's just fucked up, man. And in the words of all my New York niggas, when we get these symbolic things, I'm never happy about it. And what I really want to say is, suck my dick, you bitch ass niggas. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? That's just not enough.
These are just a few of the triggers.
These are just the triggers. This is the triggers I'm talking about. The next thing, the fucking U.S. Constitution. Boy, does America loves their Constitution.
To the T.
Oh, man, they love their fucking forefathers, right? All the slave traders and holders and owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they love their fucking Constitution, boy. They put that shit down our throat as kids.
Yeah.
They had you pledging allegiance to the fucking flag every day in school.
And everything.
And then they had us taught us the Constitution constantly, and everybody signed it, and all these people. And if you read the shit, real talk, the way it was written is actually an excellent document if we follow what it said.
Right.
But for some reason, with black people, there's always a but. It's always a caveat. It's always like, yeah, and we the people want everybody to be equal, and every man has the right. What about us?
Right.
Oh, but black people are still 3/5 of a man.
That's fucking
what?
terrible.
That shit's nuts. And so you telling me that now in this day and age in 2021, we can't go back and redo that document or even if we don't rewrite it, leave it, preserve the history of it. Well, we could just do it over, right?
No.
Why not?
No, the reason why they're not going to do it over, because if they was to rewrite the Constitution, it would change the morality of America as a whole.
And morality, America has no morals, is what I'm saying.
It would change. Look, that and the simple fact, first of all, they would have to go back and totally rip up the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, fuck that shit anyway.
And rewrite it, because obviously that shit is a lie.
It's a joke, my nigga.
It's a fucking lie.
Yeah. Yo.
Word for word.
Yo, dog. Why? So my thing is, if you could just update or at least follow what the shit says and treat everybody the same like it says it does.
Earth will perish before that shit is changed.
But you know why?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know why.
It's because the people that benefit from the way it is right now are still in control. And they're not trying to let any of that control go. Because God forbid the tides turn, right? So I just had a conversation yesterday, interesting conversation. We was talking about South Africa. And you know, in South Africa, they had apartheid. And all the black people were oppressed and the white people were on top. It was supposed to be separate, but it wasn't equal, per the usual. I think that's just a thing that the whites like to do. So what happened is apartheid got abolished, and somehow, some way, things were working so well that the tables turned. The blacks are rich. The whites are doing horrible in South Africa now, right? But the whole time, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the blacks aren't oppressing the whites or making them do anything. They're just choosing not to live a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when the tables are turned, like if it came like that down in America, let's say black people got control of the whole country somehow, it's not even in our nature to mistreat other motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah.
We're not going to have white slaves if things go away. No, we wouldn't. It's not even in us, man. We so forgiving.
Well, a lot of the majority. It's some black people.
I mean, now the ones that provoke a motherfucker, that's different.
There's some black people that's their first thought. Well, I can't wait.
Oh, see, that's not going to be a thing. And that's what's saying. So they fear that so much that they like, yo, we can't never let it happen. Fuck that.
But as a culture, we not looking for. We not
even looking. We just want the same opportunities. That's it. That's all we asking for. And so the crazy shit is, this is the thing that really pisses me off. So think about it like this. The whites are sitting there like, oh, shit, we did them so dirty. If they ever got control, they're going to do us the same way. Fuck that. We got to keep it how it is.
Out of fear.
But if with that mindset, wouldn't you say, well, damn, maybe we should stop treating them dirty? Wouldn't that be the next logical thing to think? To me, that's the next logical thing to think. Like, oh shit, I'm doing this motherfucker dirty. If this nigga get control, oh shit, he gonna get revenge.
Right.
Let me stop doing what I'm doing so I don't have to worry about the revenge.
And if you go back to what you just said, as long as these people are in power,
That's ridiculous. Though,
it will never happen. They know it's fucked up,
They know
but they
it
keep
is.
passing that shit along
Bruh.
all the way down. Like, yo, I know it's fucked up. We gotta keep it this way.
And it's
You want to be in
sad.
power, right?
It's sad
Like,
as
yeah,
fuck.
all
So they'll
right.
let one of us through, but one that they vetted and made sure is not
One
going to
that
do
they
anything.
molded
Yeah.
into
You know what I'm
what they
saying?
want. Yeah.
And it's not going to do too much damage. They never going to let a Malcolm X be a president.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They let Martin run amok for a little bit, but then they sat that nigga down too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Malcolm wasn't even on what Martin was on. Malcolm was like, yo, all these niggas respect his violence because that's their history.
Mhm.
So let's do what they did to everyone else, and that's how we're going to get our freedom. They said, oh, that nigga got to go. He got to go. So, damn. You see what I'm saying? You can't fight and you can't be peaceful because nothing is happening either way. And that's frustrating as shit.
The universe will perish before any of that shit.
That is frustrating as shit, right? Next thing, representation in media. The reason why we're seen worldwide as the worst type of people is because the people that control TV say that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from sitcoms to movies, dramas, radio shows, the news. They paint black people in the worst fucking light ever. It turned into a joke, right? When it was like something happened in the scene. And here we have Tyrone. Tyrone, what happened? And Tyrone has to be the worst nigga in the hood. He has to be the only homeless crackhead wino on the block. And I'm like, so this is the only motherfucker.
That y'all found to do this interview?
And then he embarrasses us and himself and sets everybody back 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And they go with their newscast. That shit is all on purpose, right? The story I brought up. Remember when the little boy fell into the gorilla cage, Harambe and shit?
Yeah.
The story is how the little boy went into the gorilla habitat and the gorilla grabbed his ass up, but didn't kill him, just grabbed him up. You know what I'm saying? Why did the news go into the parents' criminal history and plaster that shit all over the place? What the fuck did that have to do with the little boy falling into the habitat?
That's what they did. That's what they do. They gotta find.
Oh my God.
The main quest was the gorilla and the boy.
That's it.
And then you know what the news does? The media? They said, all right, this is the main quest. We don't have enough ammo for this quest, so let's go on side quests
And make up some shit.
and make up a bunch of bullshit.
The boy fell into the habitat because his dad was a drug dealer. What?
Had nothing to do with the fucking situation at hand, dog.
Yo, the bigger story would have been how the fuck can a child get into a habitat in this zoo?
But then they're gonna be like, where was the parents?
Yo, that's nuts. You see what I'm talking
And then
about?
from where was the parents? What kind of parents would let their kid? Oh, these kind of parents, the criminal parents.
Parents
would let
where
their kid.
the dad was a drug dealer and mom was on drugs.
What?
Yo, that shit is nuts. But not to be insensitive to anybody, but let's take it back to the Columbine kids, right? These niggas loaded up guns, put on black matrix trench coats, went to school and shot they fucking school up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that I heard on the news that was blamed was video games. My nigga parents weren't even brought up in the conversation. But you know why that happened? Because they were white. And yo, if you're not disgusted by that, then I don't know what to tell you. Matter of fact, trigger alert for this whole episode. I apologize, y'all.
Right now, like,
We 24 minutes in, and I did not give y'all a trigger alert, a trigger warning for all of those who look like me. I'm black, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my white allies, but man, this might not be the episode for you to tune into. But yeah, if you're not disgusted by that, man, then I don't know what bothers you. So then let's talk about, so that's misrepresentation. That's how they make us look, right? We always violent. We always ignorant. We always stupid. We don't know what to do. We don't have no way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the misrepresentation that they put out there. We all drug dealers, right? Now let's flip over to representation. When you see one of us on TV or in a movie, in a cartoon, what are we doing with ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. What are we doing? What are we usually doing?
What, like in a movie?
In anything, yeah. We always fighting over fucking drama. Right? A reality show is always one of us. There's always one.
A token.
It's 7, 8 people in the cast, but you only get one black.
Sprinkled.
We make up 46% of the population or some shit like that, but we only get one in the show. Okay, that's that. A show like Friends never even had a black person on there until Aisha Tyler came in like season 10. And was she somebody's girlfriend on that? I never watched that show. It doesn't matter. One person in however many fucking seasons they had. That's nuts. One of the most popular shows. And guess what about that show? They stole it. They stole it from Living Single. Yeah. They stole the whole premise of a black show.
I read that.
Made it a white show and didn't have any black people on it until season 10. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. And the show takes place in New York City. Where the fuck in New York? Doesn't Friends take place in New York City? Well, I'm about to say I never watched that shit. Let me stop before I sound ignorant. I don't even know where the fuck Friends takes place. But whatever fucking city it takes place, and I bet you there's black people there. God damn it. The fuck.
Right. Not one black person.
So then we can't get any representation, dog. I always take my example is always the real world. I don't give a fuck what city they're in. It's like the real world, Los Angeles. We got 10 strangers living together, back to back.
They pick and choose our representation.
They only put one each time.
Pick and choose.
And then as the time went by and the whole the LGBT movement started, they started checking off 2 minority boxes because whatever black person was on the show, man or woman, they always had to be gay too. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't just be one. It had to be, I'll never forget. I forgot which Real World it was, but it was a nigga named Sean. And I remember all the black girls was like, oh my God, he is so fine. Episode 2, he came out the closet. I said, oh, got him. Got him. Thought y'all had one. You don't. He likes men. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so damn, why can't we just be black? Why can't we just be black, man? And so that's why I champion all of the shows. I call it like a second Harlem Renaissance. Like all of the shows that shows us in a fucking good light, doing good things or dope things. I fucking appreciate that shit. Shout out to Insecure, The Shy. Black shows made by black people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Old School, Living Single, Girlfriends, even though white folks had, involvement. One of the greatest shows of all time is The Wire, and it was made by white men. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it was just an accurate representation of what's happening. I could just appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The show Atlanta, Snowfall. Now we got some shows, but even as great as those shows are, we still gangsters.
Still portrayed.
We're still drug dealers.
We still fit that persona.
We're still pimps
of what we've been painted to be.
Dog,
in America.
We can't win, man. Why the fuck can't we just be a black Jedi? Why the fuck Mace Windu don't have his own series? I want to watch a series of a young Mace Windu. What did that nigga do to get his purple lightsaber popping?
Oh, you'll never see that.
Disney, holla at me. What's good? This is why me as a black nerd and a writer, I want to see that. I'm tired of the Tyler Perry type of stuff, and I'm not knocking Tyler Perry because he's paving the way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lena Waithe, Tyler Perry, Issa Rae, all the people that's doing all this dope shit. That's fire. Well, where's my sci-fi shit? Why can't I just get a show about a black Jedi? You know what I'm saying?
That would be fire.
You feel me?
That would be straight fire.
Why can't I get a show about a black samurai? A black ninja? A good one. A good one.
Oh.
Yeah. Before you think of something, a good one. Why can't I get a show?
They'll animate one before.
Yeah.
They'll do an actual real one.
Yeah, they'll animate one. And that's to me, that's cool. That's still representation. Let me get that.